the enthusiastic tutor, and today's tutorial happens to be the continuation, all right, on the course, CSS112, right? The class is supposed to commence by 6 on dot. I'm so sorry we had to comment. I think this is about 10 minutes later, right? So let's just get into it, right? So we're going to views, some beliefs about law, all right? Some views, some beliefs. Now, to start with, now let's look at the Marxists, all right? What the Marxists believe, all right? Now, the basic argument of conflict theory of law is that in terms of content, law is made up of predominantly, right, vested in the interest of the ruling class. All right, that is the view, right? The argument of conflict theory. The argument of conflict theory of law is that the law is made up predominantly, all right, of vested interest of the ruling class. All right, that is the theory. All right, that is the argument of the conflict of law, conflict theory of law. All right, let's not forget, it's a continuation of where we stopped in our last class. Now, this conflict theory of law, their own belief is that, see, law, all right, law is what is made up predominantly of, predominantly, all right, it is dominated, all right, of the vested interest, of the ruling class, all right, the vested interest of the ruling class. Okay, now this is to say that the ruling class has the law on their side, all right, which is not supposed to be so. All right, law should be, everybody before the law should be equal. All right, so this conflict theory of law, this is their belief. Now, the Marxists, on their own end, the Marxists, as Marxists. Now, they believe that all capitalist society will what? Inevitably experience a socialist revolution. All right? And that only such a revolution will bring law into harmony. All right? According to the Marxists, they believe that the only way law can come into harmony and harmony with objective reality is that the Marxists, is that the capitalist society, when we say the capitalists, like the ruling class, people who are in charge, all right, the capitalist society will what? Inevitably, unavoidably, compulsorily, must, if and if only, what? Experience what we call socialized or socialist revolution, right? Capitalist society inevitably experiencing socialist revolution. Okay, says this is the only way the law can be brought in harmony with objectivity and objective reality. Capitalist experience socially. Okay, just I think I mixed it up. Now you say that for the law to what? Into harmony. Law to come, all right, for law to harmonize with what? Objective reality. Objective reality. It says that the capitalists, all right, will inevitably experience a socialist, all right, revolution. All right, when we say socialist now, it's more of broken down into bits, all right, whereby it's not just one class, all right, it's not just one part, all right, it's not just one sect in charge of things, all right, when the authority, all right, and decisions are made not just by one sect of the population, all right. So that's just one view to it. Now let's talk about the school of jurisprudence proceedings, all right. Now the school of jurisprudence proceedings, all right, has just two views to laws, all right. Now there are two major types according to them. The school of jurisprudence proceeding, all right, they believe, all right, in two types of laws. Okay, now the two major types. First, they said the natural law and the man-made law, all right, natural laws and man-made laws. So let me erase the board so we can have more space. Now, we have the natural law. My car is fading out. And the man-made laws. I think I should demarcate this, tabulate this one. Okay. Now, the natural laws, according to this school, they are sometimes called what? The higher laws. Higher. They are sometimes called the higher laws. All right? And the natural laws are held to be what? Superior to the man-made law. Held superior. All right? To the man-made law. All right? The law made by man. Now, natural law are also called divine laws. Okay? Now, man-made law are called positive what? Positive laws. Okay? Now, the rudiment of natural law, all right? The rudiment of natural law theory of law were, all right, were from the works of the early Greek philosophers. All right? Were from the work of the early Greek philosophers. All right? The rudiments of natural law theory were from the work of early Greek philosophers. All right? Now, let's begin to analyze them. Let's take them one after the other. Let's look at the work of Aristotle. All right, let's talk about what Aristotle, his contribution on this case. Now, Aristotle to him, all right, he sees the natural law as something common to all mankind. Now, he said it is common to all mankind, common to all mankind. Now, he said man is what? Man, he described, all right, man as a political social being, all right, that has more or less the same purpose. All right, it was Aristotle that says man is categorized man as a what? Political social being that has more or less same purpose. More or less same purpose. All right, according to him. Now, that is for Aristotle. All right, he says the natural law is common, all right, to all men. All right, and he said man is what? A political social being, all right, that has more or less some, all right, more or less same purpose. All right, so we have that as that. Also, we have the Stoicism. All right, the Stoicism developed now their own contribution to the development of natural law theory came from the Romans. All right, the Stoicisms are said to be the Romans. All right, Stoicism. All right, Stoicism. All right, Romans. Okay, in particular, the philosophical school of Stoicism. All right, this is a school, a philosophical school. All right, but the development, all right, of natural law came from the Romans, and in particular, the Stoicism, the philosophical school of Stoicism. All right, the Stoics also emphasize, all right, Stoics. All right, they emphasize that the universality of human nature, all right, they emphasized the universality, all right, of human nature and stressed that reason is the essential characteristics of humanity. All right, they emphasize on the universality and the essential characteristics of human being, which is reason. All right, reason and universality. All right, subtlety. All right, now let's talk about the Middle Age. All right, now what about the Middle Age? What is the Middle Age characterized of? All right, what makes up the Middle Age? What is the Middle Age all about? Now, the Middle Age, all right, this is the period that followed the decline of the Roman Empire. Middle Age followed, all right, the era that followed the collapse of the Roman Empire. All right, this is the period that followed the collapse of the Roman Empire. All right, between 400 AD. When we say AD, what are we talking about? We are talking about 400 Anno Domini, all right, to 1300 Anno Domini. All right, between 400 to 1300 AD. All right, this is the time. This is how long the era lasted, from 400 to 1300 Anno Domini. All right, now this was a big setback for the developmental scientific spirit. This Middle Age, the era was a big setback, all right, for the scientific spirit. Now, it is called the Middle Age or the Medieval era, all right, Medieval, the Middle Age or the Medieval era. All right, so we have that as that. Now, natural law was equated with God made, all right, or divine law. All right, this era, natural law was equated to what? God made or divine law. Divine law. Okay. Now, this era witnessed the increasing dominance of two great religions, all right, of the world in intellectual fields. All right, intellectual field, all right, experience the what? Two great dominance, all right, increasing dominance of two great what? Religion. All right, dominance of two great religions. All right, during this medieval era, so these two great religions are Christianity and Islam. Okay, Christianity and Islam. Now, the Christian world, in the Christian world, Saint Augustine and Saint Aquinas maintained, all right, that divine laws were a higher superior law given by God. All right, that's Saint August, all right, Saint Augustine and Saint Aquinas maintained that divine law, all right, divine law is what? Divine laws were a higher superior law given by God. Higher superior law given by God. Okay, and we have that as divine laws. Now, while in the Muslim world, all right, Al-Ghazali, all right, Al-Ghazali, okay, I think that is capital letter G. All right, Al-Ghazali also maintained that reasoning is inferior to knowledge, all right, that comes through faith in God. All right, faith in God, knowledge gotten from faith in God. So reasoning is nothing compared to it at all. Okay, so we have that as that. Now, he said man-made laws, no matter how well reasoned, all right, are inferior. All right, no matter how well man-made laws are reasoned, they are always inferior to what? Divine laws. Okay, so we have that as that. Also, after this Middle Age, which is the medieval era. It was followed up by the Renaissance period. All right, the Renaissance period. Now, the Renaissance period, all right, followed the Middle Age, all right, and gained the conception of natural law change. All right, it changed the conception. All right, the Renaissance, all right, the Renaissance, all right, and all right, the Renaissance period, all right, followed, all right, the Middle Age, and again the conception of natural law changed. All right, now natural law was reformed to mean reformed to mean the higher rational, all right, higher rational quality in human law. All right, conception the conception of what? The conception of natural law change. All right, during this era, the conception of natural law changed. Now, it now changed into, all right, it says here that natural law was reformulated to mean higher rationale. Reformulated to mean what? Higher, all right, higher rationale is quality in human law. Okay, so we have that as that. Now, in other words, laws that are rationally derived, all right, are natural laws. All right, naturally derived laws are natural laws according to them. Now, in the 18th, all right, in the Enlightenment period, all right, of intellectual history which followed, all right, after this Renaissance period, we have the Enlightenment period. All right, the Enlightenment. Period. All right, and this Enlightenment period follows what? The intellectual history. All right, the Enlightenment period of intellectual history followed the Renaissance. All right, it witnessed a massive attack on natural law. It witnessed a massive attack on natural law. Okay, now we have the positive school of jurisprudence. Now, emerge essentially as a critic against prevailing natural law approach. All right, this positive school of jurisprudence emerged as a critic against prevailing natural law approach. All right, the positivists, which is the positive school of jurisprudence, the positivists now they are referred to as positivists, all right, argued that natural law approach was unscientific. All right, positive school of jurisprudence, which are the positivists, all right, and this positivist says that the natural law approach was unscientific, all right, and dominated by untested philosophical speculations. All right, that is the natural law approach. Unscientific. All right, no proofs, only speculations. That is according to the positive school of jurisprudence. jurisprudence, the positivists. All right, so we have that as that. Now let's proceed. Now we have someone called Jeremy Bentham. All right, Jeremy Bentham also made his own contribution. Jeremy Bentham, all right, though described as a utilitarian, is a practical what person. Jeremy Bentham, a utilitarian. That's Jeremy Bentham. All right, Jeremy Bentham. Jeremy Bentham, who is a utilitarian. Alright, who is a utilitarian, alright, is one of the founding father of the proponent of legal positivists. Alright, one of the founder of the proponent of legal positivists. Alright, legal positivists. One of the proponent, founder of the legal positivist. Of the legal positivist. Okay, so we have that as that. He argued very strongly that law could only be what properly understood if it is separated from moral religion issues. Okay, that's his own argument. Now, to him, what the law is and what the law ought to be are entirely different things. That's interesting. All right, so now Bentham, all right, did a critical understanding of law. He said a critical understanding of law will require that we carry out investigation into 8 areas. 1, the source of the law. 2, the subject, the objective, all right, the extent, aspect, the force, all right, the remedials, all right, and expression of the law. He says what? 8. All right, carry out 8 investigations. So we have that as that. Now let's proceed. Now we have the historical school of jurisprudence. All right, they say the only valid law is one that results from a long historical process. Only valid law, according to these people, said is only the one that surfaced from a long historical development. All right, historical jurisprudence. Historical jurisprudence. All right, says law, according to them, the only valid law is one that results from a long historical process. The only valid law is one that exists only from a long historical process. A long historical process. A long historical process. All right, so we have that as that. And the history school of jurisprudence emerged in the 19th century in Germany. Emerged in 19th century in Germany. All right, emerged in 19th century in Germany. So we have that as that. Now, let's talk about morality. When we say morality, what are we talking about? And law. Now, morality has to do with the notions of what? Tightness. All right, the notion of tightness or wrongness. What is described as right or wrong may vary from place to place and firm. Now, morality, as we see here, is what is described as what? Notion of tightness or wrongness. Notion of the notion of what? Tightness slash wrong doing. All right, being moral, doing what is right. All right, morality, there are no laws to morality, but I believe morality is natural laws. All right, you are not supposed to walk outside naked. You're not supposed to walk into the public naked. You are being moral. All right, but law, these ones are written, all right, agreements or written rules and regulation, right, that have been implemented to guide, all right, to guide how you behave. All right, law and morality both impose standards of conduct. All right, standard of conduct. Moral and morality, they both install standard of conduct. All right, although morality does not attach many qualifications, unlike law. All right, if you do this, you get this. If you do that, you get that. That's what law is all about. So, let me just print something down. All right, a guide or instruction, all right, determining the behavior, all right, determining the responses, let me behavior, all right, behavior of people, right, in certain ways, all right, to guide the way people behave, interact, all right, or communicate, and so much more. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. On this note, we're going to call it a wrap for tonight. I hope you've been able to gain a thing or two. Look forward to seeing us all subsequent tutorial. Bye bye.